Oh no, it was just...
Oh no, we're starting. There we go.
There we go. Oh.
Ah, sorry about that.
Alright. As for every race in the LTS, we're gonna start with Geyser, which is, yeah, collecting all of those 4 power cells. You need to get, if I remember correctly, around 72 to finish this category. You can actually get more, but 72 is the least you need.
Right, and to get out of Geyser Rock, you need to get all 4. So they're just going to run around as fast as they can and get them all. Throughout the run, you'll be seeing a lot of punches and roll jumps as are faster than walking around normally, so they'll probably be doing that most of the time.
And I hope we get to see some pretty cool strats.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
They're no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to
So yeah, this is basically, or probably the longest cutscene in this category. So you can probably chill for a bit.
And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamp.
So this race is no LTS, which means no lava tube skip. It means they have to meet the power cell requirements. If you've watched Super Mario 64 is a very popular speed game, this will be equivalent to doing like a 70-star run. In which you meet all the requirements that you're meant to without skipping it. The first level that they're getting us to is Forbidden Jungle, and we'll probably see some... Our first major point of variance will be the fish minigame. It's very luck-based. Getting a lot of goldfish will get you ahead, so we'll see what happens here.
What do you have in the basket?
Hoping the best for both.
Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power set.
The game gets
If you
confused.
can catch 200 pounds of them critters, and then I'll let you
At least most of the time.
my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge? There are 2 types of good fish to catch. 1-pound fishies and 5-pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
Alright, the fisherman's explained exactly how the game works. Let's see who gets lucky.
Left!
Still?
Still then? Oh, there we go. I think he probably just got some, I don't know, real-life RNG or something.
Oh, the controller stopped working. Who knows?
All that.
It's the 6 fish minute.
Yeah, maybe he's just trying to give himself a handicap.
But so far looking not too bad for Flu.
Steady, boy. Here comes a big one.
Yeah, Flu's had much better luck, so he'll be pulling ahead a bit, most likely.
Steady, boy.
So after this, I don't think there's anything luck-based for the rest of the game, unless I'm missing something.
Mm,
You did it!
I don't think so.
good to
I
have
guess only lava walk would be few would go for it.
I think it's really good to have that out of the way early,
And you can use
Yeah.
my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
because everything from this point will be skill-based unless they go for lava walk.
Yeah. Oh, Flu taking damage.
Yeah, using the dark eco boxes to blow up the scout fire. Don't know if that saves time, or if it was just an accident.
I guess it would be an accident, because or it wouldn't save that much time, especially in against plant boss when you wanna do bite skip.
Yes, that's true.
Then what we see?
Both the runners are going to be trying to collect 240 orbs by the time they finish this level and then Sentinel Beach. So you might see them go out of their way to get some extras for safety here as well.
Okay, Aslov had a good point. There is actually more luck-based stuff.
Okay, there is, but I would dare to say that those matter a lot less than this, than fish do. But yeah, there are luck-based things, he's right. So after they get this power cell, they're going to be coming up to the first boss. They're going to try to skip where they take damage off of one of the small enemies. Maybe I should wait till we get there. Explain that in real time. That was a cool swag rocket uppercut from Flu.
And
Oh, Stella gets it too.
the run is officially blessed now.
Alright, so Flu will intentionally take damage here, so skip the animation of the boss biting. It saves a few seconds on this fight. Unfortunately, the rest of it's pretty much on a timer.
Yeah.
Because Stella had more HP, you can pick up the blue eco a little faster. Not a big deal, but it's a nice little thing that will catch him up a tiny bit.
I don't even know, does that save time? Or some time at least?
It lets you pick up the eco as early as you want because you have invulnerability for like frames. Now they'll go to Sentinel Beach, which is probably my favourite level. Oh no, sorry, Misty Island, what am I talking about? I've been watching too many No Fire Canyon skip runs. Misty Island. The commentator
my
gets
least-
confused.
No, Misty, one of my least favorite levels. But that's right, they had both times though.
Both well under 10 minutes, so it's really good. And they both get the Muse, which is good, because I've seen quite a few people miss it in this tournament. Which means they'll both be able to go for the best Zeppelin cycle. So by doing fast movement and very specific movement, they'll be able to get two of the Zeppelins on top of each other and collect them at the same time. So hopefully we should see that soon. It's a tricky roll jump, which Fu gets easily.
Kinda looked like the Scout Fly almost kicked him on the cliff there.
Yeah.
Was a little bit scared.
Alright, so because they've completed the level fast up to this point, they'll be able to collect some of the Zeppelins on the bridge rather than on the Zuma, which will save them a lot of time. The two that you collect on the bridge are normally very far out of your way, so it's really good to be able to do it like this.
I can barely see it down there on Flu screen. They're like a little bit stacked together. There they are.
Yeah. That was impressive, honestly. That was looked really difficult to get both of them.
I agree. I actually didn't expect him to get those.
No, I thought he was going to miss one. That was really good.
And there is the last one. But for both runners, definitely a good Misty.
Yeah, they both had very clean runs so far, and honestly, the only difference has been because of fish, really. So. Coming up, we have the first important boosted, which is a trick where you can walk slowly off a ledge and do an uppercut that lets you fly a lot further than you're meant to be able to, and skip collecting some blue ether and riding a platform. So Flu's just trying that now.
Oh!
Oh, and he actually missed it, so he's gonna have to walk back up and try it again.
That's definitely not an easy one.
Stella's got it, and Flu's got it as well, so let's put them even now. Well, Stella very slightly in the lead.
Or maybe a bit more. Stella with the sub 14 on Missy, so does Flu. Which is pretty good.
So next up we actually have Sentinel Beach for royalties.
A really good level, in my opinion.
This one's probably my favourite, to be honest.
I can see why.
I like how open it is.
Yeah, exactly, that's probably the best thing about it. It's not like almost linear.
So to start off, they're going to climb up this tower to use the cannon. Can be a little tricky, but probably won't be any issues with this. Yep, and we've both done it very easily.
So yeah,
I suppose what... Sorry?
I wanted to say, instead of climbing up the tower like both runners did it, you actually have to use the jump pads, and for that you have to start at Forbidden Jungle to actually activate those, which saves pretty much time.
One point that we've seen a bit of time saving loss in the tournament is scaring the seagulls here. It can be... sometimes they just don't want to land and they have to land before you can scare them away. And it looks like Flu's having a bit of trouble with that, which is unfortunate.
We did get them.
Yeah, he hasn't managed to scare them away because they just wouldn't land. It's really unlucky. We do actually use the launchers in this level, just not for what they were intended for. Instead, we use them to collect some scout flies very quickly with Bolito. Which you'll see Flu do it now. Stella's had a very solid run so far. I don't think I've seen a single mistake from him.
Now meet me down here by the egg. Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
No!
When you hit the seagull, you get kind of locked in place, so you'll see both the runners try to punch off the edge as they hit it. Unfortunately, Flu misses it. It's only a couple seconds, but it's a nice minor way to save a little bit of time.
Listen, boys, I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
So yeah, Stella is now done with Sentinel Beach.
Oh, my muse!
And is now gonna get some
you really are the
more
best.
precursor cells
Here, take this power cell.
to get to Fire Canyon, which is the way to Hub 2.
Yes, so they need 20 power cells. Obviously they've collected far more than that, because a lot of these ones early in the game are just quicker to get. So they get a head start on later objectives. And Stella does have enough orbs, which is good. Needs 240 to buy both of these.
Where's the light within? From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain. For your gift, another power cell is yours. proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
So now they're coming up to Fire Canyon. This, it's not particularly flashy, but they will want to collect every collectible they can in there because nothing's out of the way. It'll get them 10 orbs per crate, so you really don't want to miss any of those.
So try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast.
Other than that, they'll probably just be collecting as much blue eco as they can to go fast and taking a tight line through the level.
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
I think during this level will be a good time for me to talk about a sponsor again.
Yeah, I guess.
With diversity being an important topic in the gaming industry, UIP's work with underprivileged students inspires a diverse group of new game developers. 93% of UIP students are people of colour, and 50% of them are young women. So donate today to inspire the next generation of diverse game developers that the industry is demanding more.
But yeah, I can agree, it's definitely worth checking them out. So Stella is now done with Fire Canyon, and now one trick comes up that is very important, which is skipping the Blue Sage cutscene while pause buffering. And yeah, you need to do 2 pause buffers, one when you hit a button and one after you load in again. And the reason we do the pause buffers is so we don't trigger the cutscene again. Because in the pause buffer state you don't have, and you're kind of protected of the cutscenes. And yeah.
Yeah, I think protected is a really good way to explain it. The cutscene's still there if you go near it, but if you're in a pause buffer, the game thinks you're paused, so you can't have a cutscene. Very handy trick. So Stella's on Progressive Basin now, which is the Zuma level. It has a lot of really fast orbs to get. So he's going to try and collect 240 again by the end of this level. Sorry about that. He'll try and collect 240 to buy 2 more power cells immediately after. Most of the level's quite straightforward, but there'll be some tricky maneuvering to collect some dark eco plants soon, which to get them all in one charge of green eco is quite difficult, so we'll see how they go on that.
Looking good so far for Stella.
It's very clean. It's textbook one cycle, really. It can be quite difficult because the plants regrow and they can regrow in a bad spot and make it difficult, but that went perfectly.
Yeah. Like, the worst thing that can happen is, like, still having one of the outer plans.
Yeah. Yeah, and Flu's had a very good Dark Plants as well.
Exactly.
Still has exactly enough orbs. Calculated.
The fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain. Here is another.
So you'll notice they don't actually have a cutscene when they collect that last Scoutfly, but it does count the power cell. When you're on a Zoomer and you collect the last Scoutfly, you can just load the game to bypass having to do that cutscene every time.
A power cell.
I don't think we see that again. Oh, we see something similar with the flop sometimes, but it depends what real people do.
Yeah. So yeah, Stella is on his way to LPC, and the reason why he's looking towards the Blue Sage's hut is because, as mentioned before, the cutscene is still there, and if you have your camera slightly too far into the Blue Sage's hut, you basically trigger the cutscene again.
Nice little death walk to save a couple of seconds going around the elevator. So, LPC, or Lost Precursor City, this level's very technical. It has a lot of out-of-bounds tricks, a lot of precise movement, so try to explain what's going on as we get there. Right, so coming up will be the first out-of-bounds skip of the level. The room that Stell's going to go into has a puzzle, but you can jump on one of the platforms. It kind of bobs up and down a bit. If you use the momentum from it bobbing up and down, you can actually just get over the wall. So it doesn't extend that way. There we go. And then he'll just jump into the power cell. Skip having to do the puzzle.
So right after we have the next out of bounds, probably the more trickier one, which is called piggyback skip. So you basically trigger this guy to come to you, and you jump onto him and then out of bounds. So you land right in the water and get your way up there, and you are boosted right into the power cell. Which actually saves a lot of time compared to taking the actual way for it. So
yeah, you're supposed to go for a very long platforming section to get here, so it saves a lot of time. Stella actually taking a load there? Is that just for HP?
yeah, he had 2 HP, I guess.
This is the final out of bounds of the level. You're going to use the momentum again from the steam vent to jump very high and clip through the wall. And again, this skip's really good because when you go down the slide, you actually get a checkpoint at the bottom of the level, but jumping down from above like this completely skips all that, so you don't have to do the platforming to get back up. And again, you'll see a autosave and load to skip this cutscene here as well. So next we're going to see them go to Boggy Swamp, which has had a lot of route changes recently. It's possibly the most difficult level in the game now. It's got a lot of interesting tech, and they're also going to go through the level backwards. Because there's a couple of reasons that they want to go through backwards. One of them is that checkpoints will send them, I guess, further in their route, because they send you backwards from where you would have been in the level. And secondly, it allows them to use the flip-flop for more of the level by breaking it out for the intended area. So they're going to go into this rock here, up out of bounds.
And getting that one frame.
Yeah, that's nice little free time save there. It's a very difficult trick. You have basically one frame that you can spin after using the launcher. It makes you jump a bit lower so you land sooner and save a little bit of time. It's more important in the final boss, I think, but I mean, if you can get free time here, you may as well take it, right?
Exactly. So yeah, what Stella is doing is probably the most difficult part about this route. Maybe not the most difficult, but yeah, it's definitely not easy.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people struggling with this. It's a very precise clip, so...
Oh, Flu almost got it. Ah, Stella got it.
Stella's... okay. Oh, but Stella died! Oh no, and now he's back at the start of Boggy Swamp. That's going to... Oh, Flu died as well! No way! That's gonna basically even up where they are now. That's really unlucky for both runners.
That's gonna be interesting now.
Stella gets the one frame again.
So let's hope everything goes well.
Yeah, I mean, this is a new route and a very difficult trick. So Flu's actually opted to just do the rest on foot, which may work in his favour, because it looks like Stella's still struggling a bit.
Oh yeah, right. Now you
Okay,
got it.
Stella gets her. So while Flu's technically ahead, I think Stella will be if he gets this out of bounds out with the flip-flop. Or it'll be very close again.
I got it.
Nice. Oh no, he didn't.
Oh, he did?
He clipped back in.
Oh, that's unlucky. And now he got it.
I do think that was a good decision from Flu to just do the rest on foot, though.
Yeah.
Because at that point they were kind of backtracking to get the flop-flop. So, claw skip. There's two ways to do claw skip. One of them is a lot faster, but very RNG based. It'll be interesting to see if either of them go for it. They'll either stay and try and do lava walk, or they'll run away back to Boggy Swamp. We'll see what happens. Flu's going for the consistent skip, and Cellar is too. Which is probably what we'd expect to see. It's a very big risk to go for lava walk in a race. So.
Yeah.
So now that they've triggered the start of the claw fight and got a checkpoint there, they're going to come all the way back to Boggy Swamp. Going to stand here for 30 seconds and then trigger a failsafe when Jak tries to do his idle animation. Which is just when you do nothing for 30 seconds and he kind of stretches or something like that. Basically the game gets confused and then you respawn after the boss.
I was hoping for it.
So because the way it works is there's like kind of like a fallback checkpoint, which was at Claw because they watched the cutscene there. By triggering that failsafe, it tries to load the level of the level that was stored as a fallback level, I suppose, and because they were in Boggy Swamp, it will have to give them a new checkpoint in Mountain Pass, and where they were standing is closer to behind the boss than in front of them, so Skip's having to fight the boss, which does save about 2 minutes, so it's definitely worth going for. And it's not very difficult to do at all. You just stand still pretty much and wait.
And Flu is going for Stalagmite Hearts.
Oh, he doesn't make it, but he must have been feeling confident. It's definitely a big time save if he can collect that power cell on the zoomer, but we'll probably see them both walk backwards super level for it now instead. The power cell that they're going to go for next, you're supposed to get a yellow eco switch in Snowy Mountain before you're able to get it, but you can just walk through on foot and pick it up. You saw Flo attempt to get it on the zoomer. It's extremely difficult to get it on the zoomer, but it can be done. But you only really have the opportunity to go for it once as well, because if you miss it, you still need to beat the flying lurkers to the end. Fluke gets it in one try, actually.
So both are almost even now.
Yeah. Only about 5 seconds between them. Maybe even less. So next up is Red Sage cutscene skip. They're going to do a pause buffer, and then they're going to hit the button and die as fast as they can. Still actually just missed it, so he's going to load a save. It's better to just load and try again than watch the cutscene, because the cutscene's about 2.5 minutes long. It's the longest cutscene in the game.
And sadly, oh no.
Oh no. He's actually going to just restart his console instead.
That is unlucky.
Yeah. That's going to put Flu well in the lead, unfortunately, for Stella.
But yeah, to be honest, that pause buffer or cutscene skip is definitely probably the hardest.
Yeah, it's a lot tighter than the other cutscene skips. You don't have much room for error with that one at all.
That was actually really clean movement from Flu there.
Interesting. I think he was trying to do some kind of backup there, but it didn't work. So he's going to have to climb back up again. But he has such a big lead at this point. He's got time to lose, I suppose.
Yeah. Actually, the backup he tried to do, I never seen that one.
It's quite difficult. You can infinite jump off the bottom of the platforms. Okay, Stella's got Red Sage skip now, so he's going to be going to Spider Cave. It's definitely possible for him to catch up if Flu makes a big mistake, but it's going to be very difficult, and he's going to have to play perfectly from now on if he wants to win.
I don't actually know, I don't think there's any big mistake you can make in the rest of Spider Cave anymore.
Not really, but there are still cutscene skips in Lava Tube and Citadel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dying in Dark Cave can definitely be very pain. And also,
Flu actually had a pretty bad death there. That means he has to go back and get more yellow echo. I love Dark Cave. I just love seeing people do it in the dark. Like they've like mastered the movement, and they just don't need to know where the ground is because they know what movement works already.
yeah. I actually got
It's really quite cool to watch.
Oh, okay.
Went for a boasted. That is going to give Stella a bit of an opportunity to catch up. So it's going to go for what's known as a quad jump here. Basically, it's a jump that lets you get more height. You do a double jump, then shoot to get an extra jump, and then spin to get some more height. Allows you to reach this nice and easily.
Did he actually get the ledge gribblers?
I think so. Yeah, it was right as the platform was coming down.
Nice. So yeah, Flu is now completely done with Spider Cave. Is now on his way to Snowy, which is, in my opinion, actually the hardest part of the end game, or of the late game.
Yeah, Snowy is very challenging, and there's a lot of difficult tricks in there, so it could still go either way. Stell's finished up the Dark Cave. He's just gonna do the quad jump and then get the hidden power cell as well. I should also mention that by the end of Snowy Mountain they do need to hit 240 orbs again, but it's a lot easier to hit 240 here than the other two spots, so I don't think that'll be an issue.
Yeah. Stella actually catched up really fast.
Yeah, he's definitely gained a lot of time. Flu made a couple mistakes in Dark Cave that's given Stella a bit of a chance. But this power cell here is somewhat tricky. You're supposed to collect it by doing a platforming section with the flop flop, but with a precise punch you can usually ledge grab, but Flu did it without a ledge grab at all. Land down there from above.
With like the punch you can get it without a ledge grab. They're like, I don't know how many ways there are actually you can do it.
Yeah, a long time ago we used to do it with a zone walk, but it's not really used nowadays because it's very slow.
So yeah, what Flu is doing there right now is kind of you have many standpoints, I would say, and you can kind of climb up the wall and get out of the way faster, and that is unlucky.
Oh.
And yeah, you basically get up faster, which is pretty
So
neat.
now Flu's gonna break the flop flop out and hopefully use that for the rest of the level. You know, as long as he doesn't die, he'll be able to just take it around the level and collect everything much faster. It also lets you break this crate with the power cell here, instead of having to shoot it with a yellow eco, which is a nice time save. I do want to watch Stella go for the yellow switch skip here. There is a very small time where you can actually get a rocket uppercut in and send yourself straight through the ceiling, so let's see if he manages to get that. No, not quite.
Oh, what probably is also important to mention, what Fluke did there to get the power cell is basically he had his camera turned outside of the fortress.
Oh, that was a good save. Sorry.
Oh, good.
That was very close to death.
And yeah, basically he deloaded the power cell right before he hit it, and like skipped the cutscene with it. But yeah, that save from Flu was actually pretty close.
Yeah, it was terrifying. So Flu's still got 1 pound of snow left. He needs to do what's called gondola skip. Riding the gondola down takes a very long time, so he's going to do a precise double jump and then dive and try and land in the cave.
There we go.
And he gets it.
And perfect, the music did change.
Seek the pure
It's
light
kind of an indicator
within its flame.
to see if you got it.
Reside.
When the music changes to Volcanic Crater,
Power cells
you get like
120 precursor orbs
the music of it.
You have obtained another power cell. For your effort, a power cell is the reward.
So after collecting 1 more scout fly, 2 more scout flies? 2, I think. That will
Yeah, too.
give Flu the last power cell he needs for Lava Tube.
That was interesting though.
And Stella's coming up to the telescope now, so he's not that far behind anymore. And he pulls it off as well.
That 1 ground pound that Flu did, that really scared me.
Yeah. So Stella has caught up a bit. He's still got a lot of time to make up
Additional
though.
power cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand
Are we likely to
temperatures
see
100 degrees
either of
below.
these runners go for
So keep an eye on your
Citadel
gauge.
hops?
I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield.
That
I'm
would be...
not sure that either of them has been practicing that yet, but it's a very new trick.
I guess Stella actually did practice it sometime.
Look, I've released more cooling
It would be
balloons
actually
into the
great to
cave,
see it,
so you can use them to keep the temperature
but it's definitely one of the hardest tricks at the moment in no LTS.
We're counting on you.
So yeah, we see.
I wonder if we could see him go for it just to try and make up some extra time. It'd definitely be a risk, but... it could be what he needs.
Yeah. I mean, also with Orange's skip, even that can save a bit.
Yeah, that too. Looks like Flu's opted to just go through Lava Tube normally, which is what I would expect.
Yeah, I guess that's totally the right choice. Oh,
Oh no! That's even worse than it looks too, because he loses his 2 blue eco, so
that's unfortunate.
it's going to tighten it up a lot more. Oh, Stella's turning around. He's going to pick up 6 eco, and he's going to try to do the new skip.
Very interesting. I actually hope he pulls it off.
Yeah, if he pulls it off, they'll probably be even. He may even be ahead. So Flu's going to do 2 cutscene skips here. One after the other. But Stella is going to try and bypass that completely and just jump out of bounds on the zoomer. So we'll see if he manages to pull that off.
Flu actually nailed the first one. And I guess he will, yeah, definitely got the second one. And, no.
Oh, that was so close. Oh, he's stuck.
No.
I think that's fine. He'll respawn at the end, yeah. But
Perfect.
unfortunately, it won't catch him up. That was really close, too.
Now it's up to final boss.
So, like earlier, they'll probably go for 1 frames. Flo actually gets the first one. They do save a little bit of time here, but it's more of a thing that you just go for and hope that you get it. It's not, it's very difficult. And I'd be very surprised if we saw either of them get all 3. You also see Stella's duplicating the green eco here. Just by going to first person mode. Right after picking it up, makes another one appear on the ground.
So Flu at 1 out of 3 1 frames. The third one is probably the most important one. At least that one. Wait. There was? No, there wasn't another one. So
Yeah, I think
that's the most important one.
I don't think the first one saves that much time at all, but
Yeah.
you can still go for it anyway.
So yeah, Flu's about to finish. Just this cutscene, I'm picking up the light eco. And Stella almost died, yeah?
Yeah, that was close.
Might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy. Save the world.
It looks like we'll probably still see a sub 1 from both runners, though Stella will be close.
We'll save the world,
Yeah.
but do it quickly before I change my mind.
And sub 1's definitely a really good run overall.
Definitely is, yeah. So Flu finishing with an 59-13. GG's.
Stella's not going to be too far behind. Oh, he was trying to crash this game by picking up to it once, I think.
GG's.
GG.
Like I may have been too hard on you boys. You do have what it takes to be
Definitely an awesome match.
Daxter, now we can't change you back.
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
Yo,
Yo.
Hello.
I about had like 7 heart attacks. I don't know what I was doing, but I was like on a 54 pace before I got in here and then went to this. I was feeling so good.
We definitely panicked in Snowy Mountain when you almost jumped off the edge on the ice.
Oh yeah, that happens.
That was a great save.
But yeah, definitely GG's, man.
Yeah, GG.
Good run overall. Both people got sub 1, so still a great run.
Yeah, it was. I'll take it. GG to Solar. It was really tight. I looked at the monitor like at lava walk right before lava walk. I was like, oh, because I did not expect it to be that like close.
Yeah.
And I was kind of lacking. I kind of got tilted because I got what was funny because in Sentinel Beach the birds flew away with the bird sound, like the sound of the birds. I even heard it on my headphones. I specifically turned it up, and the birds didn't trigger the cutscene. Weirdest thing I've ever seen. So I wasted like 15-20 seconds there.
I've seen a lot of people getting unlucky in these races with that, actually.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Stellar actually went for Citadel hops at the end as well. It was really close at the end of Lava Tube, unfortunately. He didn't get it.
Dang.
Yeah, sadly he got stuck up there. But still, it was from the start to the end very close and very intense match. It was great
Yeah.
to see.
Doing boosters on DS1s are not friendly.
On a DS1?
Yeah, a PS1 controller.
Jeez.
Yeah. I still haven't really gotten used to it yet. So that Misty Island boost that I missed like 6 times today in runs. I don't know what about it, but it's like a placebo, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great race, honestly. I almost threw. What happened to Stellar? How did he get behind so much?
Oh, you failed.
He failed Red Sage cutscene scope and had to restart his console.
Oh no.
Yeah. He was doing really well up to that point.
Jeez.
And Boggy Swamp, he had a lot of trouble with the flat out of bounds as well. But
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get it out of bounds because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I have not failed it once in a run yet. Done it like 6 times, and then I like almost got the first try. Then like the third try came around and it just pushed me down out of bounds into the void.
yeah, he actually clipped through, but then he fell into the void afterwards, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
It's definitely the new route's very difficult.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It saves quite a bit of time. It's just that specific part with the flat getting out of bounds because it's really specific. It's probably one of the harder tricks in the game that's not called Citadel Hops, Lava Walk, or Tree Hops. It's way harder than like Piggyback. Something you gotta sit down and practice for a while to get used to it. It just didn't work for me that time. Or Stellar. But yeah, GG's to him. That was a good match. That was definitely was the race I was expecting this to be like a lower between for the both of us. But you know, it was close. That's all that matters, really.
Outside of those 2 big mistakes, his run was really solid the whole way through. It's just unfortunate that the mistakes that happened were ones that cost a lot of time.
Yeah.
GG's. I think we've got another race coming up soon.
Oh, is there?
Oh, it's Josh versus HS Blue, I think.
Yeah,
Is that
Josh versus HS Blue.
So that's one is definitely gonna be very cool to see.
Yep, that will be a very exciting
It'll
one
be
as
pretty
well.
interesting, yeah. Very entertaining. So stick around and watch these two gentlemen play. Go at it.